Did you know that you can actually record a cover of someone else's song and not only put it on YouTube and social media, but also put it on streaming platforms, digital download platforms, or even sell it in physical form, like in CDs, vinyls, cassettes, whatever, Bandcamp, iTunes, whatever. You can sell it in essentially any form while compensating the original writer of the song. In this video, we're going to talk about why you would do something like this, but also how you do something like this and the different nuances behind how the original writers of the song get paid. Now, what is a cover? Essentially, this would be like, let's say you're a metal band and you want to do a metal cover of like a Katy Perry track, or maybe you're a pop artist and you want to make a pop version of an R&B track or something like that. So you're not taking anything from the recording. You are performing and re-recording your own copy, usually in your own style, of another song. And the why you would do this is, one, it's cool, it's fun. Usually artists do this because it's just a good time to be able to like reimagine a song that you love and kind of prove what you can do stylistically even. But two, it can actually be a good marketing angle, right? If you're making this new version of this popular song, you don't really have to convince people to like the song. You already know a lot of people like the song. You just have to convince them that your version is worth checking out. But those are the whys. So now let's talk about the hows. There's a lot of different ways to do this, and it's changed over the years. But if you're using a music distributor, which everyone that's watching this is probably, when you go to upload a song inside of DistroKid, there is a section, songwriting/cover song. I wrote the song or manage the songwriter to the original song. If I choose another artist wrote it, I put in the original artist, the original song title, original songwriters, and then they handle everything for me. Now they charge me for it, right? They will charge me $1 a month to distribute this cover song, and then essentially they'll automatically handle whatever payments have to go to the songwriters. And for some people, this is a great option because it's easy. You don't have to think about it. But if you start doing a lot of covers, you'll realize this is actually very, very expensive, right? If you have 10 cover songs, you're now paying $120 a year, which is not crazy, right? Like if you're doing good with your music, that's not like an insane number. But for some people, it really adds up. And for people who don't do super good on some of these platforms, it can be kind of a silly expense when a lot of times you don't actually need this cover license. The reason is there is actually blanket licensing. So this is an article, kind of licensing do I need for interactive audio streaming? And the answer is, if you're a recording artist looking to license your cover song for digital distribution, it's important to note that you no longer need to obtain licensing specifically for streaming services. And they have a definition down here. Interactive audio streaming services are platforms that provide users the ability to select audio they are listening to in a non-permanent digital stream to their device. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Giddy, Deezer, YouTube Music, etc. So if you want to distribute your song just to streaming services, and by the way, this includes social media, this includes YouTube, you do not need a cover license. Now again, you're not using the recording, right? This is not... There's a different process if you want to use a sample from a song's audio. If you wanted to take like Taylor Swift's voice from her song and put it in your song, you need to figure out how to do that legally. There's not really a service you can go to. You'd have to go to their team and probably pay them thousands of dollars for the right to use that, or tens of thousands of dollars in the case of this. But if you're just licensing the composition, it's a standard thing, essentially. Like, as far as I know, anyone can cover anyone's song. And as long as you go and do the back-end system on either your distributor or what we're going to talk about next, Easy Song, anyone can cover anyone's song, essentially. It's just baked into the law, at least in the United States. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the intricacies of if there's exceptions or whatever, so do your own due diligence. But from my understanding, and from this article's understanding, if you're just doing streaming services, for example, if I go to DistroKid and I skip iTunes and I skip Amazon and any other download platforms, I do not need a cover license. Now, DistroKid won't let you do a cover song unless you pay for their thing. And there actually is a thing, which is also mentioned in this article, that your distributor may require you to obtain a license just because of their process or just whatever, right? Your distributor very well may require you to go ahead and get a license, even if legally you do not need it. So if you're going to use something like DistroKid, and other distributors have their own versions of this, where you pay a certain rate or they take a certain commission of your song or whatever, and they handle it all for you, you can do that. But you can also use something called Easy Song, which is a platform where you can just get your own licenses. So this would be, maybe your distributor doesn't even allow them to handle it for you. which is actually pretty common. The distributor will say, like, just distribute it through us, credit the credits, but like in terms of the licensing, that's on you. Like, you do that. If you mess it up, it's on you. This is what you would use, something like Easy Song. There might be competitors, but this is the one that I know about. And you go in here and you do clear cover song, you enter the song, and they will go and pay the people for you, right? So you pay $16.99 plus the royalties. So this is the cost to essentially set up the license. And then they're going to pay certain royalties that essentially you have to pay to license that. So there's certain rules around it, but again, this is only for digital downloads. I think it's something like 9 cents per reproduction. Again, look this up for more integrated information, or actually, let's check. All right, so I just Googled this. It's an AI overview, but it's also on Royalty Exchange, so I trust it. The US mechanical royalty rate is 12.7 cents for recordings up to 5 minutes, and a per minute rate of 2.45 cents for longer songs. So essentially, if you're selling a digital download, or you are putting your song on a CD or a vinyl, this is the rate you're gonna have to pay per duplication. So, right, so if you have a song that's 3 minutes long, and you're printing 100 copies of it on a CD, you're going to have to pay $12.70 to be able to make those 100 CDs with that one song in it. Now, if you have 10 songs on there, that $12.70 just went to $127, right? So I know people who have done like cover albums and they print physical copies of those albums. They have to go in ahead of time before they actually sell any copies, go get these things handled. There might be a world where you can do it after the fact, but a lot of people I know just do it ahead of time so that they don't have to worry about when they're selling, do they go and to pay the people properly? They don't want to worry about getting in trouble. But either way, you would pay for these licenses on something like Easy Songs, or if there's any other equivalencies out there. Now, if you want to learn how you can actually promote your cover songs, you can check out this video right here to see how you can run meta ads to promote your music on streaming services from start to finish. And if you want to see whatever YouTube thinks you should watch, check out this video right here. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.